Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. In today's session, we'll see the topic climate refugees. Yes friends, now we'll see how these refugees are impacted by climate change or various disasters. Yes. So as we know from last few years, we have observed various impact of global warming. So this man-made disaster or natural disaster, how impact large population throughout the globe. Yes, before going to start session, it's my pleasure to welcome you all on Unacademy, India's largest learning platform, where you will get unlimited access for live and recorded classes, daily live classes, structured courses, and live tests. It's me, Rushikesh Inamdar, guiding UPSC aspirants from last 8 years. You can follow me on Unacademy and also you can join our Telegram group using this link. Yes friends, here is the surprise for all aspirants where Unacademy will give you printed study material, that is 20 books created by UPSC experts, and we have offered like those aspirants will enroll themselves for minimum 1 year course, and above that they will get this course or these books absolutely free. And this offer is valid till 14th April. Yes, and mega subscription offer is here. So those aspirants are looking for 1 year subscription, they'll get guaranteed validity till Prelims 2022, and those aspirants are looking for 2 year plan of subscription, they'll get validity till the preliminary examination of 2023. So hurry up, offer is valid till 20th April, and do not forget to use code RBI Live while subscribing 1 year or 2 year plan. Yes friends, those aspirants are looking for our paid courses. We have plus and iconic courses where you'll get 10% discount after using referral code RBI Live. Yes, this code is also applicable on optional subscription as well for 10% discount. We have combo subscription available for general studies and optional subjects for 1 year, 2 year or 3 year course. So here also you will eligible to get 10% discount after using referral code RBI Live. Yes, those aspirants pursuing their graduation or after their 12th examination, they are planning to start preparation for civil services, they can opt iconic subscription, where you will get all the features of plus courses along with personal guidance, study planner and experts guidelines. Yes, we have free test series for all aspirants. Just you have to use code RBI Live to unlock the tests. So in this test series friends, we will cover complete general studies and current affairs. So don't miss the chance to enroll yourself for free test series. Yes, these are the new batches for general studies. We have 1 year batch, 2 year batch, 2 years batches, and prelims oriented batches. Yes, do not forget enroll yourself for Unacademy Combat, which is scheduled on 11th of April, that is upcoming Sunday in the morning 11 a.m. You can enroll for this Unacademy Combat, that is free scholarship test with code RBI Live, and now this available in Hindi medium as well. So Unacademy Combat is available in Hindi and English mediums now. So hurry up and don't miss the opportunity to attend Unacademy Combat and free test series by Unacademy. So friends, we'll start today's topic, climate refugees. So as we have discussed various global warming impacts on the climatic conditions throughout the world. So the climate migrants are migrants that are allayed by push factors caused by climate changes such as intense flood, sea level rise, drought or crop failure or water shortage. Yes, and desertification. Yes. So there are climate changes impact like desertification, drought, crop failure or water shortage, sea level rise, and intense flood. These are the reasons or the conditions where the migrants that are likely to move from one place to another. Yes. So the term climate migrants or environmental migrants is used to refer to people displaced due to climate change impacts. Yes. So climate refugees, climate migrants, or environmental migrants. This term is used to refer to people displaced due to climate change impacts. Yes. So it is common notion that climate migrants could lead to an increase in the number of urban poor and add to urban development challenges. Yes. If we are talking about context in our country, in India, evidence about climate migration is less, although the number of climate migrants could be high, given the recent events of frequent floods, drought, and the fact that South Asia is one of the most vulnerable regions to climate change. Most of the countries share ecological zones, borders, and culture. Yes. So, yes. So, pursuing today's session, we'll learn about climate refugees, which is also known as climate migrants and environmental migrants. So, this term is used to refer to people displaced due to climate change impacts. Yes, like sea level rise, floods, and droughts. Yes. So, the climate refugees is often used, the term is often used in media and other discussions. So, however, this phrase can cause confusion as it does not exist in international law. So, a refugee is defined as a person who has crossed an international border owing to well founded fear. Yes, to well founded fear of being persecuted for reasons of race, religion, nationality, membership of particular social group or political opinion. So 1951 convention relating to the status of refugees. Yes. So in some contexts, the definition extends to persons fleeing events seriously disturbing public order. So the climate change get affects people inside their own countries and typically creates internal displacement before it reaches a level where it displaces people across borders. Yes. So there may be situations where the refugee criteria of the 1951 Convention or border refugee criteria of regional refugee law frameworks may apply. For example, if drought related famine is linked to situation of armed conflict and violence, an area known as nexus dynamics. So, regardless, the term climate refugee is not endorsed by UNHCR and it is more accurate to refer to persons displaced in the context of disasters and climate change. Yes. So, most disaster replace most disaster displacement linked to natural hazards, and the impacts of climate change is internal. So, with those affected remaining within their national borders. So, however, displacement across borders also occurs and may be interrelated with situation of conflict or violence. Yes, the impacts of climate change are numerous. So, limited natural resources such as drinking water are likely to become even scarcer in many parts of the world. Crops and livestock struggle to survive in climate change hotspot where conditions become too hot and dry or too cold and wet, threatening livelihoods and exacerbating food insecurity. Yes. So these are the impacts of climate change. So the conditions become too hot or dry and too cold and wet, threatening livelihoods and exacerbate food insecurity in that area. So as we know, there are various disasters which affected particular region where people from that area are facing challenges to maintain their livelihood and also facing food insecurity due to these disasters. Yes, so people are trying to adapt to the changing environment, but many are being forcibly displaced from their homes by the effect of climate change and disasters, or are relocating in order to survive. Yes, new displacement patterns and competition over depleted natural resources can spark conflict between communities or compound pre-existing vulnerabilities. Yes. So, yes. So, yes, Ram Kumar. Now, in this section, we'll learn about environment, migrant. Yes, climate refugees. Yes. So, people displaced across borders in the context of climate change and disasters may, in some circumstances, be in need of international protection. Refugee law, therefore, has an important role to play in this area. So, UNHCR is providing protection and assistance for many people forcibly displaced by the effects of climate change and disasters. Among others, yes, among other drivers, and is working to increase their resilience. Yes. So, the people displaced across the borders due to this climate change and disasters are facing various challenges. Yes, in some circumstances, be need of international protection. So, refugee law therefore has an important role to play in that particular area. Yes, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees is providing protection and assistance for many people who forcibly displaced by the effect of climate change and disasters. Yes. So there are various camps or activities conducted by United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees to protect these people from such various challenges. Yes. So as per the World Migration Report 2020, In 2018, there were 28 million people. Internal displacement across the globe due to weather-related events such as cyclones, flood. Yes, 28 million people. See the number, guys. Yes. So, South Asia's population has the highest number of people. So, risk of displacement. Yes. For example, Bangladesh, India, Pakistan have the highest risk of climate change. Yes, rise in sea level due to climate changes is the most threat to the Asia Pacific region. Yes, 37 million people would be displaced on the meter of sea rise and twice will be displaced on 2 meters of sea rise. Yes. So, as per the World Bank reports, yes, so 143 million people would be forced to displace due to climate change from Latin America, Sub-Sahara Africa and South Asia by 2050. Yes, 40 million climate migrants will be from South Asia due to characterized by rain-fed farmland, variably in monsoon and warmer temperature, crop failure. Yes. So, the World Bank reports stated that the vulnerability to storm surge. Yes. So, 143 million people would be forced to displace due to climate change from Latin America, Sub-Sahara Africa and South Asia by 2050. Yes. Now we'll see the recent mass migration episodes. Yes. So, over the past 40 years or so, both Europe and the United States have experienced a dramatic rise in immigration. Yes. So, recent mass migration episodes, such as the Syrian refugee crisis in 2015 and the migrant caravan from Central America to the United States in 2018, have been partly attributed to severe droughts experienced in these countries. Yes, India continued to be the largest country of origin of international migrants. Yes, so India had large number of migrants living abroad. Yes, followed by Mexico and China. So in India, where the largest number of migrants living abroad, like 17.5 million, then Mexico 11.8 million, and China 10.7 million. So the top destination country remained the United States, where 50.7 million international migrants. Yes. So now we'll see the rising threat of climate related migration to India. Yes. Now which increased sea level rise in the inhabited island of the Sundarbans. Yes. Drought in central India and extreme flood in the Ganges and Brahmaputra basins are already displacing people. Yes. So increased sea level rise in the inhabited islands of the Sundarbans, drought in central India, and extreme floods in the Ganga and Brahmaputra basins are already displacing people. Yes. And with the lack of adequate infrastructure in cities, migrants are likely to end up living in crowded temporary shelters with low access of drinking water, sanitization, and healthcare facilities. Yes, if sea levels rise by 1 meter due to climate change, storm surges could make island nations such as the Maldives, the Marshall Islands, Kiribati, or Tuvalu largely uninhabitable and force people to take refuge in other countries. Yes. So a recent report has indicated that the major deltas of the world, such as Ganga, Mekong, and Nile, may be the adversely affected due to climate change, and that it is already contributing to migration and displacement. Yes. So as the impact of global warming on these river basins, which adversely affected. Yes. So climate change might lead to increased flow of migrants from neighboring countries. So as many as 120 million people could be rendered homeless by 2100. Yes, both in India and Bangladesh due to sea level rise, and given the proximity of Bangladesh to India, much of the people will end up as migrants in Indian cities which are already facing resource scarcity. Yes. So how the impact of climate related migration? So the climate change may significantly affect human migration in different ways. First, warming of the atmosphere in some regions will reduce the agriculture potential and undermine the ecosystem services such as fertile soil and water affecting people's livelihoods. Increasing extreme weather events will generate mass displacement. Even a marginal rise in climate migrants to cities could be an urban development challenge. Yes, this holds true for two reasons. One, cities don't have adequate infrastructure to host migrants, and the migrants are unlikely to have the required skills to work in urban areas. Yes. So, sea level rise will destroy the low lying coastal areas and millions of people who will have to relocate permanently. Yes, increased migration is likely within India due to the effects of climate change, such as drought, desertification, sea level rise, water scarcity, and low food productivity, and melting glaciers. Yes. So, climate change is likely to expose hundreds of millions of people to increasing environmental risk, displacing a large number of people and forcing them to migrate. Yes, there is an emerging view that these people should be recognized as climate refugees by international laws, and proper institutional arrangement should be made to address their problems. Yes. So there should be need of a proper management of these migrants from one country to another. So international law will help with the proper institutional arrangements to address their problems. Yes. So the global impact for migration. Yes, in the past decade, there has been a growing political awareness of the issues around environmental migration. Yes, and increasing acceptance that this is a global challenge. So as a result, many states have signed to landmark agreements such as the Paris Climate Change Agreement, Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction, Global Compact for Migration. Yes, so these are the Global Compact for Migration. So there are various agreements. So Paris Climate Change Agreement is one of the part of that. Yes, Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction, Global Compact for Migration. Now we'll discuss the measures can be taken for these climate refugees. So human rights based protection measures. So solutions can range from tweaking migration practices such as visa regimes to developing human rights based protection measures. Yes. Then coordinated approach. Yes. Most importantly, they involve a coordinated approach from national governments, bringing together experts from different walks of life. Yes, comprehensive solution. So the intersection of climate change and migration requires new, nimble, and comprehensive solutions to the multidimensional challenges it creates. Yes, effective adoption, adaptation measures for countries in those vulnerable regions of the global south. Climate change adoption must include an overhaul of cities, not only to insulate them from climate impacts, but to make them a safer, more human refuge. Yes, understanding climate migration nexus. So, mass migration and climate change are intertwined problems. So, therefore, understanding the climate migration nexus can become a key to both solving the climate crisis and the migration crisis. So, if we continue to treat them separately, we are failing to see the bigger picture. Yes. So, if we are talking about the various measures like human rights based protection measures, coordinated approach, comprehensive solution, effective adaptation measures, and understanding climate migration nexus should be taken properly. Yes. So, just have a recap what we have covered in today's session. Yes. So, climate migrants or climate refugees are migrants that are laid by push factors caused by climate change, like intense flood, sea level rise, drought or crop failure, or water shortage, and desertification. Yes, the term climate migrants or environmental migrants is used to refer to people displaced due to climate change impacts, such as sea level rise, floods, and droughts. Yes, it is a common notion that climate migrants could lead to an increase in the number of urban poor and add to urban development challenges. Yes, in India, evidence about climate migration is less, although the number of climate migrants could be high given the recent events of frequent floods and droughts and the fact that South Asia is one of the most vulnerable regions to climate change, and most of the countries share ecological zones, borders, and culture with one with each other. Then we have covered the climate refugee and climate Yes, climate and environmental refugees. Yes. So, the climate change affects people inside their own countries and typically creates internal displacement before it reaches a level where it displaces people across borders. Yes. So, the term climate refugee is not endorsed by United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, and it is more accurate to refer to persons displaced in the context of disasters and climate change. Yes. So most disaster displacement linked to natural hazards and the impact of climate change is internal, and those affected remaining within their national borders. Yes, the impact of climate change are numerous. So limited natural resources such as drinking water are likely to become even scarcer in many parts of the world. Yes. So food security is also challenged in such type of migration. So UNHCR is providing protection and assistance for many people who forcibly displaced by the effects of climate change and disaster. Yes. Then we have covered the World Migration Report 2020, where this report mentioned that in 2018 there were 28 million people internal displacement across the globe due to weather related events such as cyclone floods. Yes. So 37 million people would be displaced on the meter of sea rise, and twice will be displaced on 2 meters of sea rise. Yes, then we have covered the World Bank's reports related with the climate refugees. Yes, then we have covered recent mass migration episode throughout the globe. Yes, then we have covered impact of climate related migration. Yes, so the climate change is likely to expose hundreds of millions of people to increasing environmental risks, so displacing a large number of people and forcing them to migrate. So there is an emerging view that these people should be recognized as climate refugees by international law, and proper institutional arrangements should be made to address their problems and concerns. Yes. Then we have covered the Global Compact for Migration. So many states have signed up landmark agreement related with this Global Compact for Migration, like Paris Climate Change Agreement, Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction, and Global Compact for Migration. Yes. Then we have covered the various measures can be taken. Yes. Like human rights based protection measures, coordinated approach, comprehensive solution, effective adaptation measures, understanding climate migration nexus. Yes. So it's all about the climate refugees. So friends, do not forget to join our Telegram group. to get daily updates regarding your preparation. And do not forget to use code RBI Live to get 10% discount in our paid subscription plus and iconic. Please like, share and subscribe Unacademy videos. Yes friends, those aspirants are planning to appear for preliminary examinations in upcoming June. They should join our free test series of Unacademy, where we will cover complete general studies and current affairs part. And do not forget to enroll yourself for Unacademy Combat, which is scheduled on upcoming Sunday morning 11 am. So see you in the next lecture friends. So keep studying, keep revising